Alright, so let's talk about Django models. Okay, so Django model class is built into the Django framework in order for us to be able to create our own database. Okay, so let's look at this site for instance. In order to receive a message from the client, I built this form that receive the person's email, the actual message and the date that the message was sent over here. You get a point. And at the back end, I had to build a model for it, and this is the model that I created for this particular forms that I created on the website. So what you have to do is that you create your own custom class that will inherit from the models.model class of Django, and then this models.model class has a lot of methods or has a lot of fields called, email field, text field, date time field. There are several of them that you need to read the documentation and find out the particular field that best suits you. So for instance, the message as class, I would need an email, and I will need the actual message, and I will need the actual date as stated over here, the email, the actual message, and the date. So I built this model for that particular form on the website. Alright, so this is how it's built. You just have to state your email, or this could be any other name, but you make sure that you are going to match it to the models.email field. The message, since it's a message, you are going to match it to the models.text field, and the date also in models.datetime field. You get the point. Alright, so this is how it's built. Let me show you in an Excel form how it will be represented. So for instance, this is the message as this is the class name, and these are the fields that I created: email, message, and the actual date. So for instance, the first client email, and the actual message, the content of the message is this, and the date that the message was sent is also this. The same applies to the second client. So this is how at the back end you are going to see it. Alright, so at the end of the day, I built this model. This is how the model is built. There's another model that I also built here called the data process. It's also going to take the person's email, the actual file the person will upload, the body, and the author. Let me show you on the website how this thing is. The email, this is the file. The client will upload this file, and the actual content of the message. You get a point. So at the back end, this is how I built it: the email, the file, the body, and then the author. You get a point. So this is how models are built. But then after you have created your own model, you save it over here, and then you go into your terminal. This is my repository. All you have to do is that you go into your terminal, and then the Django way after creating your models is that you go by saying python manage.py.make migrations. This is the first thing that you have to do after you have created your models, and then the system will automatically build all your models for you. But in my case, I have already built my models. You understand? I just make some changes over here. I make some changes in the dates field called message.as. So after making this command, the next command you have to give is that python manage.py migrate. Then boom, you click on it. After that, it says that apply all migrations, running migrations, applying some okay over here, meaning that your data structure has been built. I mean, your database has been built at the back end for you. So after you build all these things, you must go into the admin.py in order to add your models. So you come to the admin.py, which is this section, and then you add the particular class that you built in your models.py over here. You have to add this thing, this message as in the admin.py section. Where is it? you come to the admin.py section, then you add it. What you do is that you say admin.site.register. I mean, you register the model that was built under the models.py section. So you register it so that it can reflect at your admin section. So when you come here, you realize that since I've registered on the admin section, it has shown over here. You get the point. So this is basically how the models.py is built. Alright, so one thing that you have to keep in mind anytime you are registering your models in the admin.py section is that you need to import the particular models that you have created in your models.py section. Understand? So for instance, these are the models that I've created. In order to register them at the admin section, all you have to do is that you have to import it, and this is how we import it. You say, okay, from models, that does simply mean that from the very same directory, go to the models.py section and import all these custom models that I have built before you will register them. So in order to register them, you see admin.site.register charts, this particular model. You register this particular model, and then you register this particular model. So this is the Django way of doing things. But the most important thing that you have to keep in mind is that after the models have been created in the models.py section and saved over here, the most important thing you have to keep in mind is that you go into your terminal and then you give this command prompt. The first command prompt you have to enter is that you say python.manage.py make migrations. Okay, so the make migration simply means that you are preparing, though the models has been created over here, is kind of making preparations or setting up the various models that you have created over here. You are setting it up to be transported into your admin section. You get a point. And the second portion simply or actually migrate it. So make migration simply means that you are preparing the migrations, and the migration actually means that yes, the database must now be created. So when you read from this thing section, the moment I made the migrations, it actually created the classes, I mean the class and the various fields for me. But the migration actually apply the various classes that I built into the database. So that is how you're supposed to do it. The most important thing is that you make migrations and then you finally migrate. These are the two command prompts you shouldn't even forget at all. So this is how it is, and then I'll do another video on how you are going to receive the data that is being sent over here to be added into your admins.py. So at the moment, let me show you how the various messages that were sent. I did a try message that were sent. So these are the various messages that was sent into my admin session. So there are various messages: message 1, message 2, message 3, message 4, and message 5, 6, 7, 8. So these are the various messages that were sent. Now the content of the message was hello, this particular email sent a message on this particular time, this particular date. So basically